Hey y'all, IrixGuy here, back again with another live show. If you're watching this show at approximately 5:27 p.m. New York City time, this is a live show, so you have the opportunity to comment live, ask questions live, and I may be able to respond face on camera live. But today's live show, is all about the new DJI Spark. Now, if you're not up with the latest drone release, it was announced yesterday, and it is the smallest DJI drone that's been released to date. So I've got it ordered, and as soon as I get it, I'll be unboxing it, taking it out in the field, and thoroughly testing it. So just wanted to host this live show before my DJI Spark arrives so that we can all share our thoughts in regards to the DJI Spark. I mean, it's like any other drone that's released. It's not perfect. And I know the biggest disappointment for me was not having 4K video. Oh, welcome aboard. Let's see, we got Green Hawk Drone Guy. Welcome aboard. But yeah, it doesn't have 4K video. Hello from the UK. How's it going? But it does have 1080p, and it's the smallest and lightest DJI drone. Yeah, good point, Adam. Low flight time. I think the page may, and check out 400orbelow.com. I've got the links to the various DJI Spark bundles, but you can also check the link within this video's description after the live show concludes, and I'll post a link to it there. But yeah, the flight time is probably yeah, and if you're looking to pre-order, or to order rather, the DJI Spark, if you could help me out, after this show concludes, I'll have a link within this video's description. But right now you can go to 400orbelow.com, and or you can go to my Facebook fan page, facebook.com/IrixGuy, and find links to the Spark. But yeah, it's stated rather, and I'm not in front of my computer, but I think it's around 16 to 17 minutes flight time. Ow, a bee just stung me. Ooh. But as we know with DJI drones, they do have good flight time, but the flight time is often stated in regards to optimal flying conditions. So we're talking about slow speed, minimal amount of wind, temperature comes into play. So realistically, without having the DJI Spark in my hands yet, I'm going to speculate that we may get around, 12 to 14 minutes during normal flight behavior. So I don't know, tell me what y'all think. Either way, I'm excited about the Spark, and obviously, stepped in an ant bed, hurts. But I'm excited, but I'm mildly disappointed already because I know it doesn't have 4K. And no, I won't be getting rid of other drones for the Spark. I look at the Spark as something, for me, it'll be testing smaller, testing something more lightweight, obviously ultra portable. And I'm thinking that, again, right now I'm speculating because I don't have it in my hands yet, but I'm thinking I can film the video and then upconvert it to near 4K. Yeah, only 30 frames per second. Great point. If you're not a big video person, you don't understand the significance of 30 frames per second. It's not, 30 frames per second isn't anything awesome if you're going to retime videos, meaning speed them up or slow them down in post-production. So, optimally, it's 1080p, but if they had thrown in, let's say 120 frames per second, or at least 60 frames per second, it would have made it a more awesome option. Yeah, the flight time, George says, yeah, I agree. For something that small, that's not bad flight time. What I'm most curious about is the wind. I looked at the specs, and you know, it seems as if on paper it may be able to handle a mild amount of wind, but again, to be tested. Yeah, it does get it does have the toy stigma, but, and someone, I forget who, but someone had made the reference about the Parrot Bebop. I don't know if y'all remember that one. It was, in my opinion, an epic disappointment. Parrot Bebop did not have a gimbal. Parrot Bebop used software stabilized video. It flew poorly. It filmed poorly. It was a disappointment. Oh, Lily drone. Yeah, that's funny. That thing never made it, unfortunately. Looked cool on paper. I think we'll get very bored very quick with this drone, talking about the DJI Spark. You know, I think I'll have many hours of fun in the field with it. And obviously y'all will be right there with me, being able to watch the videos, but I'm with you. I think that it'll just make one question, what's next? You know, it's kind of funny to think that way, but it's like you get it out in the field, and I'm already, and I always go into the field without a strong opinion one way or the other. I just go out there with a sense of uncertainty, but I think I will probably be disappointed by the video quality. Obviously, I fly line of sight to be safe and responsible. I don't think I'll have any range concerns, since it does state that it has a 1.2 mile range. So I don't think that's going to be an issue for me. The fact that it comes in multiple colors is kind of cool. One thing that I'm excited about is being able to be, you know, inevitably when you're flying in a safe and responsible location, you know, not over people or anything, a safe, responsible location, but there may be onlookers that are at a safe distance, and there may be some haters among the group saying, "Oh man, that's a drone, I'm scared, watch out, I am scared." And then there may be people that like the drone, but then there may be people that are on the fence and like, "Well, I used to think drones were scary looking, but that's tiny and cute. That's such a cute drone." So, you know, there's gonna be some advantages to that smaller size and those color options. I mean, I think that's going to give this drone a more toy-like appearance. And I think that's going to be a positive for us hobbyists. You know, we can take it out. "Oh, isn't that cute? Meow, meow, meow." I think that's the positive. So, you know, look at it that way. Do you think Karma? Yeah, GoPro. And keep in mind, I love GoPro. I started with GoPro Hero 2, and now I use GoPro Hero 5 Session. But regretfully, I have to say, GoPro Karma drone was a piece of junk, and that's before it was recalled. And I mean that because they had full intent to execute well. They had at the time, what they felt was a very portable drone, the most portable drone ever. And then obviously DJI beat them to the draw with the Mavic Pro. But yeah, on paper, Karma was good, and it was going to be the flying mount for GoPro. But even without the unfortunate product recall due to potential safety issues, it just wasn't good. I mean, I was fortunate enough to get mine before the recall, and obviously I was flying in a safe and responsible location. Should it have failed, it would have injured nothing except for the drone and maybe some concrete. But yeah, I mean, Karma was a disappointment. I wish GoPro had just scrapped Karma and moved on to Karma 2, or maybe just not had a drone for a while. Keep the mount, the little gimbal handheld mount, the Karma grip. That's cool, but create a waterproof version of that. Anyway, this is all about DJI Spark, and yeah, some of y'all are already hinting to it again. DJI is very similar to Apple, and honestly, I think since the awesome Steve Jobs passed away, I think that, and I like Tim Cook, I think he's cool, but he's not the innovator that Steve Jobs was. And I think Apple, unfortunately, has become a little bit stagnant. And I think DJI is positioning themselves to become a very recognizable buyout candidate. I mean, think about it. Think if a company such as Apple acquired DJI. Think of where that might take the drones. So that's yeah, I'll subscribe to your channel, bro. Thanks for the invite. I got this zit on my face popped up. I feel like I'm a freaking teenager again. I got acne, unacceptable. But I don't care. It's all about the DJI Spark. So yeah, I mean, y'all have hit already on some negative aspects of the Spark, but what do you think about oh yeah, I get strange looks all the time. Mark says I get strange looks. I agree. I don't dislike any of the DJI products either. Why don't you use green screen anymore? Oh, stay tuned. I got a lot coming from my green screen studio. See, what I'm trying to do is do these. I'll give you a sub, man, when I'm not on mobile. Shoot me a message and remind me. Yeah, I'll sub you too, Adam. Thanks. But yeah, I get a lot of strange looks when I'm walking around talking on the phone. But the way I look at it, I'm burning calories. I mean, it's still fat, but losing weight, you know, not as fat. So that's all that matters. Like to eat, like to drink, and like to YouTube. So I figured I'd mix the healthy aspect with the live show component and multitask. Would you recommend getting the Mavic or holding off for the Spark? Well, here's my recommendation. I would hold off for the Mavic Pro 2. And the reason I say that is that Mavic is good, but Mavic is not perfect. And I think version 2 of Mavic will be a good thing. Right now, if I needed good video and I didn't want to break the bank, I would just try to get a Phantom 4. I mean, it's the 4K 30 on the Phantom 4 works, and I've got consistently amazing footage. Actually, if you watch a lot of my videos where I'm flying off of that island and the outro sequence, the end of my videos, that was with the Phantom 4, and I think bang for buck, right now that's hard to beat. But I think, again, like a lot of people have indicated, Spark's more of a toy. I'm not saying it's a toy because it's got a 1.2 mile range. You're breaking up. Can you hear me better now? Yeah, Mark's right. Notifications on. Yeah, yeah, the Phantom 4 right now is just, it's been rock solid. I like the Phantom 4 Pro, but I didn't like it because I got inconsistent 4K 60 frames per second. It would spasm at times, and that was a deal breaker for me. So if I want consistently good quality, I'd go with Phantom 4. But like I said, I think what DJI's done is they tested the market's reaction to a smaller and more lightweight drone, which is that's an accomplishment, Mark. Over 100 miles, very cool. They had a very popular drone line, the DJI Phantom, continued to get better and better. And then they decided, hey, we're going to innovate and we're going to test the market's reaction to a smaller and more lightweight foldable drone. They released the Mavic Pro. Keep in mind, Mavic Pro, that's still version 1 of that platform, so it's not perfect. Now they're saying, you know what? I'm getting a smaller drone we're going to put on the market, and that's DJI Spark. So, you know, I think it's going to be a fun year. Yeah, this update, and we'll have to address that in a show exclusively for that, because it's got a lot of people up in arms. The new software update for, well, the DJI Go app. There's a lot of I mean, I don't know. There's several ways to look at it. Maine Coon Monday. Yeah, Maine Coon Monday is every Monday here on IrixGuy's Adventure Channel, youtube.com/IrixGuy. I got a wicked headache today. I don't know what's up. I drank a ton of water, so I don't know, maybe I'll just sweat it out. I got a headache. But it's not because of the drone talk, because this is an exciting time. Yeah, I ordered it the second that it popped up. So my expectation is that hopefully I'll be among the first to get the DJI Spark. And you know, there's a lot of people, if you get on YouTube, you'll see a lot of people that as soon as they released it, they already had videos up. So, you know, those people were, I don't know, there's some good people out there, but the pre-release drones, you know, before you get the retail version, I take those videos with a grain of salt, because it's not an accurate representation of the product that one will buy when it goes, you know, available in the public market. So, but yeah, if y'all are ordering, or if you haven't ordered yet, you know, go to 400orbelow.com. You know, help support me. Go to facebook.com/IrixGuy and order through the DJI Spark links that I posted there. Share with your friends, share with everyone, because that helps me. Helps me to create more content. And so maybe the Spark 2 will fold up. You know, you mentioned another pain point there. A lot of people are talking about the Spark. They're like, you know, why was it not foldable? So, I mean, I can see something that small, you know, when you've got a smaller object, it typically tends to be almost fell off the trail. It tends to be less durable if you continuously fold and unfold. So maybe from that perspective, they felt that not making it foldable would prolong the life of it. Are there any other competitors releasing exciting drones this year? Well, you know, I've mentioned it and I mention it again, but they haven't executed, at least to my knowledge, and that's a company called Alltel. They had some really impressive looking stuff at Consumer Electronics Show this year. Modular camera, a lot of good stuff, but to my knowledge, they haven't executed yet. Why are they dragging their feet? You know, I just haven't seen, and it's kind of weird, you know, I haven't seen anybody step up and say, you know, we're going to take on DJI. There just hasn't been a true competitor. And it's kind of a disappointment, because anytime there's competition, it breeds better products and better prices for consumers. So it's disappointing. But since there is no competition, it is good that that we do have a good one, and that's DJI. You know, what if our only drone option was a GoPro Karma? Or better yet, what if our only drone option was a Bebop? Remember that thing? That is nasty. Look at that. Nah. That is not good. Right on my face. I am going to, I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going somewhere. Just trying to go to burn some calories is pretty much the objective. But yeah, people do look at you funny when you're walking and talking to a phone, but who cares? At least, whoa, there went a rabbit. There's a rabbit. Hold on. That rabbit on camera. Hey, rabbit. Come out here. You're on a live show pertaining to the DJI Spark. This is a very active rabbit jungle. Rabbits are everywhere out here, no joke. Look at all this. And I did see a cat out here one day that hopped just like a rabbit. It was a wild cat. So I guess he was raised by rabbits. 3DR Solo. Man. Hey, I don't see your zit because I'm viewing in 14. Yeah, I know. It's disappointing that I get that thing popped, man. Gotta get it popped. It's driving me berserk. So, yeah, DJI Spark. You know, y'all have hit the nail on the head. It's not foldable. You know, it doesn't have 4K. It looks like a toy. What good things do y'all want to say about it? I mean, it's the good, the bad, everything. I mean, it doesn't have to be all positive or all negative. I mean, that's why I host these shows, and that's why I do these. I do all these videos, because I like to keep it real. You know, I'm not a DJI fanboy, even though DJI is my favorite drone. Just tell you what I think. I tell you what it does. I show you what it does. So, but one thing's for certain, regardless of how the DJI Spark impresses or how it may disappoint, it's hard for one to argue that it won't be entertaining, because it is something new. Smaller form factor, lighter weight. That was another pain point, is that, and again, I haven't weighed it yet, but it seems as if the flying weight of the Spark may exceed a ½ pound, and that's kind of disappointing. So that begs the question, will there be people, or maybe even DJI, that'll create a lighter battery and lighter frame so that it can fall below that ½ pound? Because there's a lot of countries where, you know, around a ½ pound, give or take a few ounces, is often, if it drops below a certain weight, a lot of countries don't regulate that aircraft as much as one that's heavier. So, McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's will make you fat. Good, very small and light, decent range, video quality is good for 1080p. Large set of features, safer to use indoors. Yeah, those are good points, and then also the point about the price. I felt that they got a little bit creative with the pricing, though, because my expectation is that they should have, well, they should have given people everything for $500, the controller. Even if they didn't give you the extra battery, they should have at least thrown in the controller. Can you say hello to Amy? Hello, Amy. It's a live show if you're watching this at approximately 5:49 New York City time. But from a marketing perspective, the fact that they had the significant price gap between the drone itself and the do you think there should have been a screen on the controller? Well, that's a good question. I mean, honestly, I never use a screen on the Mavic controller. I just use my iPod Touch, but yeah, for me, it's not a deal breaker, but I think they use that as another way to differentiate the product lines. They said, hey, you know, this is DJI Spark. You know, this is not Mavic Pro. I think that's one of the reasons they did that. I don't think it's really a problem, but it is interesting they didn't include it. Yeah, so I've only burned 92 calories. That's unacceptable. But at least it's 92 calories, you know? Yeah, so it's gonna be fun. I mean, again, I'm hoping I get it as soon as possible. And as soon as I do, you know, y'all see it here, but you need some heels. Yeah, I need to, speaking of that, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I ordered it literally the second it came out. And I think mine, and I'm not sure, I can't remember, I think it said maybe estimated ship date of maybe June the 15th. And I think, you know, I'm hoping I get it before that, but you never know. So, anyway, well, there's a lot of people staring at me while I'm walking, looking like I'm crazy, so I guess I better respect everybody and hide my, let's see. I eat McDonald's and I'm 75 pounds. That's quite an accomplishment. Yeah, part of me believes that the Mavic Pro, when it was released, I think a lot of that is that they had to expedite the unveiling of it because GoPro Karma, at that point in time, they didn't know if it was going to be a competitor or not. They felt that it was, or that it could be, and so they rushed Mavic Pro to market before they had a lot of units produced. That's my assumption, but it would make sense. And they've had plenty of time. Heck, they've probably been designing the Spark for who knows how long, because it you know, there's been a lull with new drone developments. I mean, it's been past few months have been kind of quiet. So yeah, this will be fun. You know, we'll see what it does. Stay tuned. As soon as I get my DJI Spark, you'll see it here. Again, check out what color did I order. I got red. And why did I get red? I got red because if you think of green, you think of white, you think of yellow. Yellow could have been pretty cool. You think of blue. The red, in most flying conditions, will likely it'll likely be the greatest contrast against sky, because blue's going to blend, white's going to blend, yellow may blend, green may blend, but I don't think red will. And for that reason, you know, I wanted to be able to see it visually, and I felt that red would make it easier to see. So it's probably a corny way to order why I ordered that color, but yeah, again, check out 400orbelow.com. You can find the Spark. Check out my facebook.com/IrixGuy. You can find it there. And if you want to message me, I can send you a link to it too. So appreciate your viewership. And cool, yeah, green looks good. And I'll be posting a lot of updates soon. I'm going to conclude this live show. Thanks for tuning in. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. youtube.com/IrixGuy. Y'all have a good day.